What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another tutorial. Today we'll talk about a real great topic, and that's how to get your green lights more efficient. This is a very wide topic, so this one will cover everything you need to know. This will be more than just shot meter, green windows, jump shots, and a couple of OP badges. This one includes all the principles you need to consider. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Let's start with the most important part, knowing your playstyle, because knowing this one is a vital part on choosing your badges, which we'll talk about later. Now, knowing your playstyle is more than just saying, I'm a pure sharp that loves catch and shoot. No, we need to be more specific. So if you wonder how would you specifically know it, try to answer these questions. What are your shot selection? For example, out of 20 shots, how many are challenge and how many are open shots? How often you take hop gathers, corner threes, catch and shoot, moving shots, and fadeaways? Do you really like fast shot meter or just fine speed? Do you have the guts to take those final shots? How many shots you usually take in one game? So these are just some questions you can ask yourself to know your shooting identity. So after knowing all those, try to narrow it down. We can't really be like jack of all trades if you really want to be an elite shooter. For example, you figure out that you take 2 of your 20 shots usually as fadeaways, so you might as well remove that from your consideration when choosing badges. In this way, you can really just focus on important things. Now you know your playstyle and you narrowed it down already, it's time for crafting your badge setup. So what I recommend is max out your shooting badges first, grind it out so you can just tweak your upgrades while testing it. Common mistake with other players is, as long as the badge is OP on most players, they equip it no matter what. Even the badge don't really fit their playstyle, which is wrong. So if you watch some of my videos, I'll always say that I can't really be 100% sure if you need the badge or not. Because I don't know exactly how you play, what I do is I just give all the necessary info that I can to help you decide if you need the badge. And I always have a rough recommendation at the end though. I usually recommend to test it yourself. One example is the Deadeye badge. It really needs a specific type of shot selection for you to maximize it. So it's good to max out your shooting badges first so you can test it yourself. Now, when choosing badges, try to watch some trustworthy channels for some videos about it and check the comment section. See what other people think about it. But of course, at the end, you'll decide yourself. Just always try to sync the badges according to your style of play. So if you find me trustworthy, I got lots of shooting badges on my channel, please have a look. So for example, if most of the shots you take are open shots, then might as well focus on Deadeye than Steady Shooter. If you take most of your shots at the corners, then put more focus on Corner Specialist. If you like hop jumpers, then focus on your difficult shots. And if you like to take these clutch shots, then fill up your Clutch Shooter badge. If you rarely shoot off the dribble, then focus on Catch and Shoot. If you don't care much about how far your shot is, then fill up your Range Extender. Those type of things, because badges really contributes on greening your shots. And by the way, if you have some other tips about this, just leave it in the comment section below. Now, going back, now that you know your playstyle and you narrowed it down already, and you have some ideas on crafting your badge setup, now it's time for the real thing, the jump shots. So with this one, try not to stress too much. Just try to get some decent ones like 38, 98, Treyberg or some other different jump shots, or some other different mix. And don't keep on changing jump shots. It will just mix up your muscle memory if you keep changing it. Because at the end of the day, if there's a overpowered jump shot, 2K will nerf it anyway, so there's no point. Next one will be the shot meter. First with this one is recognize your latency. So if you're a bit delayed, just always consider that. Second one might sound so cliche, but you need to practice.
We talking about practice.
Yes, AI, you need to practice. In my case, before I go to the playground, I try to warm up in my court probably around 50 greens before I actually play, just like in real life. With shot meters, repetition is the key. Just practice and practice for your muscle memory and good things will happen. Next one will be about getting open. Obviously, the lesser the shot coverage, the better chance of greening your shots. So try to master at least 3 to 4 go-to moves to be open. Doesn't need to be fancy to be honest. With my pure sharp, I just usually pull a decent step back move to get some space, and it's working wonders for me. Or sometimes I just go around the screen. But don't spam glitchy moves though, that's not good. So basically that's it. In summary, know your playstyle, get your badges in sync with your playstyle, choose a decent jump shot, and don't keep on changing it. Practice your shot meter and have some go-to moves to get yourself open. It sounds simple, but unfortunately, it's not. So if you like the video, please click that like button and don't forget to drop by the channel for some other videos. I got lots of badges, dribbling, and some other in-game tutorials. And please subscribe to tune in for upcoming videos, and happy gaming, guys!